Hello lovelies, I'm so excited to share this video today on what's in and what's out for winter. I love a good old-fashioned trend where we just kind of get to gossip a little bit about what is out there. As a reminder, this is for fun for us fashion lovers, just to kind of have a little fodder to think about and maybe just think about doing some swaps. A lot of times people that are making these choices for us aren't maybe necessarily living in real life. Like, I have this to deal with, so sometimes I have to wear outdated things just so that I can survive out there. And of course, I would love to hear your reactions to these. I'm Ziba and I'm so happy you're here. I love making videos that make getting dressed in the morning easier for you so that you feel beautiful in your own skin and more confident, because if you feel confident, you can do anything. And by the way, I have a little teddy bear with me today, emotional support dog. Number one, let's talk jeans. So we can all agree that at this point in time in winter going to 2026, that distressed jeans are out. But what is always a subject of disagreement is, what is the rise exactly? Low-rise jeans are back out and the rise is getting higher and higher. Now, I think that there's a time and place for low-rise jeans. In particular, if you have a very short torso and very long legs. My sister is in this camp. She wears low-rise jeans on purpose just to help elongate her torso a little bit and help her be more proportionate. I think that low-rise jeans have also come a long way. We're no longer having like Britney and Christina Aguilera moments and showing all sorts of things. In any case, these are out and what's in is a higher rise. Please let me know what you think about this. Do you care anymore? Does it even matter to you when you hear these low rise, high rise? I know that for me, a super high rise is suffocating and it hurts my ribs. So sometimes they look really cool with the right belt, which brings us to number two. Belts that are out are subtle, kind of skinny ones that just are almost like sorry to be there. They're like, oh, sorry, we're holding your pants up. Like, don't look at me. No. We want deliberate present belts that say, I'm here, maybe not even holding your pants up, but it's because it brings so much to the outfit. You want these statement belts that keep up with the girth and volume of a lot of the chunky knits we're seeing, a lot of the volume overall that has been kind of everywhere. This big chunky statement belt just makes it all work together. And because there has been so much attention to the waist, this is no surprise. Everything from peplum or more tailored coats that kind of just hug your waist and provide a really beautiful hourglass shape. This is what's in style. You can always choose to belt any coat. And the reason I love this styling tactic is because it is a great way to have a really strong point of view with your silhouette. We talk a lot about shape. There's so many videos dedicated on finding the right silhouette and the right shape for your outfit. But guess what? In this kind of weather, you can spend all day tweaking the silhouette of your outfit, but it doesn't matter because the only thing that people see is your coat. So really important that we pay attention to that outerwear silhouette. Number three, things that are out of style, and I am guilty. You can see it on my videos. I'm wearing what is out of style and I don't care, but it is layered necklaces, like lots of dainty, like we'll call it a neck mess, if you will, where you just put on all of these things. And there's even like little clips that you can use to make sure that they all stay organized. I never happen to do that. I always let them all get tangled. But instead what we're seeing is more, again, of that classic fashion bipolarness, which is either really dainty, singular pieces, or just the statement, sculptural kind of art. It's like wearing your art. Some people spend a lot of money hanging artwork on the wall. I much rather hang it on myself. You're also seeing long necklaces and big hoops. So it's very much a mixed bag, or statement earrings that are a great conversation piece. This is why I'm so excited to share today's sponsor. Hefang Jewelry has the most iconic conversation starting pieces that are works of art. For example, these sparkle earrings that have a 2-for-1 in the pearls and the zirconia of sparkles that look so elegant and timeless, and you can just as easily wear with something dressy or something casual. These are also available in a clip-on. I have just a regular earring. What I also love about them is that they have a comfort back so that my ear is happy. These are also really lightweight, which is really key when it comes to like not making your ear look really saggy and old, because that's a whole other video. We have the Sparkle Nebula necklace from the Nebula collection. This entire Nebula collection from Hefang is absolutely stunning, especially for the wintry wonderland type of sparkle that we're all looking for. And much like the earrings, these also have a combination of zirconia sparkle with pearls. It sits effortlessly on almost any neckline. It's really easy to wear just to add a little bit of shine. And while it's very eye-catching, it's also very wearable for every day. The other thing about this necklace is the craftsmanship. It's expertly hand-strung by artisans with meticulously adjusted spacing between the pearls and the beads, and it just creates a beautiful harmony of elegance along the neckline. And my favorite piece that I've gotten is a spaghetti necklace, and you heard right, spaghetti. We're seeing a lot in accessories are accessories that tell a story. For example, we saw that in the Chanel show with Matthew Blazy, doing a lot of very artsy moments where you're pulling from a lot of different things. Not only is it so original and such a conversation piece, but my husband's Italian and I feel like we have spaghetti like at least twice a week. A piece that's near and dear to me. Also share up on the screen a few other pieces that are such great gifts or conversation pieces as well. And the flexible strands allow you to have customization in how you style it as well. This is one of these pieces that I cannot wait to wear. Be a fantastic gift for somebody who loves to cook, for example. Next, we have the Starry Celestial necklace, which I couldn't resist because I think a Lorraine is so feminine and dressy and a little bit sexy too. It just kind of like dangles and really highlights your décolletage. It too is seamlessly assembled by artisans. And this is the type of necklace that you want to have on hand for special occasions, weddings, pictures, anytime you really want to sparkle, a special date night or gala. My favorite part is that from afar it resembles the Milky Way galaxy with every angle reflecting brilliance. I also love a good woman founded and owned brand. This is the founder, Sun Hefang, and chose to really focus on the everyday sparkle in her life and design jewelry for women to tell stories. It's jewelry like this that makes it really fun to get dressed in the morning and to express yourself. I love these not just for the exquisite craftsmanship, but just the presentation alone. The packaging was impeccable, and it's one of those moments where we take time to buy ourselves something pretty just to treat ourselves for basically just being women. Us women work so hard at everything that we do. We wear so many hats and take care of so many people, and just when you are gonna buy yourself something nice, it feels so good to get it in a type of way that makes you feel proud and eager to wear it immediately. I couldn't resist choosing a few necklaces because this season is all about the neck. It has not let up. And that leads us to number 4. The fourth thing that is out of style is blanket scarves. We don't want to have these big old blankets that we're trying to make do around our neck. No, we want to choose something that's versatile in either like a skinny, more like indie type of scarf that's kind of like not there for a lot of function, especially if you live down south and you don't have a lot of need for a ton of layers. You still want to partake in layering, then a skinny indie scarf is the way to go. For all of us lucky northerners, faux fur scarves are just, this is why it's cool to live up north, because I think it just looks so elegant. It's a great way to embrace living somewhere cold and just adding that extraness to our everyday outfits. I am here for it. I am so inspired every time I see the faux fur scarves like tucked into the belt or just around the neck with a simple sweater. So beautiful. Then the resurgence of ascots are everywhere. The neckerchiefs that they just provide that detail for the layering with a turtleneck, a button down, or your blazer. Number 5, what is out of style? Lug boots. The lug boots that were so trendy in 2022 and 2023. I feel like every time that I went to a fashion week in Paris or New York, everybody was wearing these big, including me, these huge like lug boots with everything so chunky and like flat and midi. Like they were even like flatter. They would cut your leg right off. We were all in them. Not anymore. Instead, what we're seeing is fuss-free black boot with no embellishments and no heavy bells and whistles. Or get this is coming later next year, clogs. I know. What do you think about this? I feel like every year they want to make clogs come back in a major way. And I hear about it like clogs are back. And then it just kind of doesn't really go anywhere. The way that editors are kind of presenting it is that they're reimagined, like different shiny embellishments and things like that. So I don't know. Number 6, let's talk bags. You're hearing people talk out of both sides of their mouth. Either it's like, yes, slouchy's still in, and you know, you want the big bag that just envelops you and everything you own, and then also the structured, you know, medicine bag. And then you also see that tiny pouch will be also very trendy. Again, that very polarizing approach. And to me, this makes sense. If I'm gonna be wearing a very large bag, then I'm gonna want a smaller pouch to put in the large bag, because otherwise I won't be able to find anything at all. I think what is truly out of style is anything that has a lot of hardware or chains. Like I haven't really seen that. Sometimes you had like the leather strap and then you had the metal chain, and then you have like more like hardware around the bag. So this is going to be out of style this season. Number 7, what is out of style? The denim maxi skirt. Don't be mad at the messenger. I always wear them no matter what they're saying out there, but I don't overwear them. Like I wear them maybe like once every couple of months when the occasion calls for it. And I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like wearing jeans. These are not anywhere. People don't like them anymore. They're not really making them. You know how like 2 years ago, they were just like everywhere. I actually have a whole video dedicated on how to style our denim maxi skirts. I'll link it below in case you're interested. But more than anything, we're seeing the return of a A-line skirt in the shape and form of the tartan skirt that has just been so trendy. This print is also scheduled to be really trendy into next year. So I don't think that this is just like a seasonal thing, that tartan and plaids are here for the long run, which I think is a good thing because I have overdosed on them. The other thing I love about this A-line skirt is that it's so flattering on many of us. This also pains me, like the denim skirt. Metallic shoes. Oh, when I read this, I was like, oh, like I was shook. I love metallic shoes. I think they are your best friend when you have this weird color and you don't know what kind of shoes to wear with them. I think that they are amazing for that. Having said that, I have noticed the decline in the availability on websites of metallic shoes. So I think this is true. Instead, what is replacing them are these like really shiny surfaces like the Croc Emboss, anything glossy. And I really love this, especially for loafers. The Oxford loafer is apparently here to stay. So if you got some this fall, then you're in luck. I mean, they're classics, you know, but apparently they're also going to be very trendy. Number 9, what is out of style is synthetic fabrics for your outerwear. Last, they don't keep you warm, and then you literally have to buy a new coat the following year. What is really in style is the natural fabric, especially in the form of wool. Look for something that's not more than 30% synthetic fabric. I know sometimes you have to have a little bit, even some of my favorite brands throw a little bit in there. For the most part, you want those natural fibers to be in there. I recently got this gorgeous coat from Lily Studio that's 100% wool and cashmere and alpaca as well. And it just flows like liquid. It's so beautiful and it's really well made. And then you look at your other coats and they just kind of look like this. This coat is also super affordable as well. You don't have to spend a fortune. And that also carries over to knits and sweaters as well. Whoa. Do you see what's going on? Do you see my life? Number 10 is not a surprise. It's anything logo heavy is just not that cool anymore. Instead of what we're seeing is still dramatic fringe, and because the Western aesthetic has been such a huge part of our preferences lately, much like the faux fur and just those textures that goes hand in hand with suede. Fringe is still here. I know that some people hate it. I like it in small doses. I have a bag that's beautiful that I love wearing and I feel so fun when I wear it. I have also a blazer that's fringe, but you have to pick it very strategically. I thought it was funny too to see the Chanel show that took place in the subway with Matthew Blasey. He wasn't using the Chanel logo a lot, but I saw him doing like the I Love New York t-shirt. Almost him rather use like a Chanel logo t-shirt in his show than the I Love New York. It was a way of like embracing New York, and you know, you probably saw the beautiful ad with Margaret and the Rocky rapper, really fun short film. And so I like the reverence to the New York American spirit. When I saw the New York t-shirt like going down the runway, I was like, oh, it just made my head hurt. I just thought like as a whole, like, I don't recognize Chanel anymore. I know that some people are saying like, oh, it's because, you know, he's got his own point of view. He doesn't want to do the same thing that the house has always done. But I feel like it doesn't matter what era or who's the creative director. It should always have like a straight, seamless line of like, you know, it's Chanel. If I would have just watched this show without knowing it was Chanel, I wouldn't have been able to tell. Like the feathers I thought were fun, almost could work. We don't have time to dissect the Chanel show, but I am a little confused as to what's happening there. Now for a brand that's very consistent and always nails it, I just did a video on how to shop your closet for the Ralph Lauren aesthetic. I'll see you there. And if you learned something today, make sure to hit the subscribe button.